Hi all, welcome to BIS Academy, Science and Technology audio notes for prelims and mains, Unit 2, Part 2, Chapter 4, Robotics and Artificial Intelligence. The topics which we are going to cover are robot and robotics, laws of robotics, types of robots, applications of robots and robotics for human welfare. Under artificial intelligence, we are going to see what is artificial intelligence and then artificial intelligence for India. So now let's start with robotics. What is a robot? Robot can be defined as a reprogrammable, multifunctional manipulator designed to move materials, parts, tools, or specialized devices through various programmed motions for the performance of a variety of tasks. Simply put, a reprogrammable manipulator which performs multiple tasks like picking up, dropping, computation, etc. It can also be defined as an automatic device that performs multiple functions normally ascribed to humans or a machine in the form of human. The famous Czech playwright Karl Čapek made the first use of the word robot from the Czech word robota, which means forced labor. Robota means forced labor. His play Rozum Universal Robots was first executed in Prague 1921 and later in various parts of Europe. From then onwards, this play has popularized the term robot. In 12th century, Turkey-based polymath Ismail al-Jazir developed a variety of mechanical devices. In his book, The Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices, he explained more than 100 mechanical devices. The branch of technology that deals with design, construction, operation, and applications of robots is called robotics. What is robotics? The branch of technology that deals with designing, constructing, operating, and application of robots is called robotics. Robotics is the study of robots. Okay, this word robotics was first used in Runaround, a short story published in 1942 by Isaac Asimov. He also published I, Robot, a collection of several of the stories in 1950. Asimov proposed 3 laws of robotics, and he later added the 0th law. Let's look at what is law 0. A robot may not injure humanity or through inaction allow humanity to come to harm. So it should not harm humanity. That is law 0. Law 1. A robot may not injure a human being through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm unless this would violate a higher order law. It would not harm humans unless it would not violate a higher order law. Law 2. A robot must obey orders given by human beings. Law 3. Robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with higher order law. These are the laws. Recently in current affairs, if you have seen during Corona times, a village in Kerala, that is Eripperur, Eraviperur. I'll spell it. If you can quote in your exams, it will be good. It is Eraviperor. It's a village name. It's a village in Kerala which deployed robotic nurses during Corona times. Each robot costs around 90,000. And the speciality of this village, which village? Eraviperur village. Eraviperur village is the first Gram Panchayat to receive National Award for Public Administration in 2015. Good. So now let's look at what are the types of robots. Robots are basically divided into following types: mobile robots, stationary robots, autonomous robots, virtual robots, beam robots. BEAM stands for BEAM, Biology, Electronics, Aesthetics and Mechanics. So let's look in detail. What is a mobile robot? Robots which are able to move are called mobile robots. They are divided into 2 categories. One is rolling robots, other one is walking. You might have seen walking robots, and recently we are seeing rolling robots as well. The rolling robots have wheels to move around. These are the type of robots that can quickly and easily move around. However, they are only useful in flat areas and cannot move in a rocky terrain. So, walking robots have legs and are usually they're useful in a rocky terrain, wherever it's difficult for a wheel to penetrate. Robots have hard time shifting balances and keep them from tumbling. Most walking robots have at least 4 legs, but they can also have 6 legs or more. These are modeled after the insects. Now let's look at stationary robots. These robots perform repeating tasks without ever moving an inch. Most stationary robots work in industry settings. Dull and repetitive tasks are suitable for robots. A robot never grows tired. It will always perform its duty day and night without ever complaining. In case the tasks at hand are done, the robots will be reprogrammed to perform other tasks. These might be useful mostly in automobile industries or mostly in industries. The third type of robot is autonomous robots. These are self-supporting and self-contained robots. They rely on their own brains. Autonomous robots run a program that gives them an opportunity to decide on the action to perform depending on the surroundings. These robots also learn new behavior. They start out with a short routine and adapt this routine to be more successful at the task that they perform. The most successful routine will be repeated, as such their behavior is shaped. The autonomous robots can learn to walk or to avoid obstacles which they find in the way. The fourth type is virtual robots. These robots don't exist in real life. The virtual robots are just programs inside a computer. Virtual robot can simulate a real robot or just perform a repetitive task. A special kind of robot is a robot that searches the World Wide Web. The internet has countless robots crawling from site to site. Example, Google search engine has crawlers, spiders. Google Assistant has different virtual robots. And these days we have chatbots. These are also virtual robots. And the fifth type of robot is beam robot. Beam stands for biology, electronics, aesthetics and mechanics. Beam robots are made by hobbyists and are very simple, suitable for beginners. These robots are often modeled after nature and even human beings. Many beam robots look remarkably like insects. Insects are easy to build in mechanical form. Okay, now let's look at the applications of robot or robotics in various spheres of human life. Where are they applicable? In industries, medicine, space, underwater, agriculture, defense, almost in daily life as well. The science of robotics has tremendous applications in almost every sphere of human life. The robotic applications have become a reality, and the robots are already assisting humans in different sectors like industries, medicine, space, exploration, underwater, agriculture, defense. Okay, coming to industries, most of the robots in industries are used for manufacturing parts or used to move manufacturing parts from one place to another. They help in loading, unloading materials. The automobile industries nowadays are dependent on robotic assembly of parts. Specially designed robots help in assembling an individual part to form a complete structure with precision. Applications in medicine. Nanorobots or nanobots are microscopic devices that can be introduced into the blood, such as nanobots measure various constituents of the blood, help in analyzing the constituents of body organs as well as burn the body fat, which will help in weight reduction for many people. They go into the blood system, they analyze the constituents as well as they can burn the body fat. And then there are robotic systems which are also being used by surgeries. The famous Da Vinci surgical system has been developed by Intuitive Surgicals. What is the specialty of this Da Vinci surgical system? This system is minimally invasive and carries out surgery with ultra precision. The surgeon carries out the surgery with a high controlled console. The console would be like a video game which normally the gamers play. The doctor will be having a console. And this type of surgery also helps in very speedy recovery because it's minimally invasive. Next is robots in space. Robotic rovers played a key role in exploring outer space and extraterrestrial space, especially moon and other planets. The space robots include rovers which can move on wheels, study the environment, dig the soil, carry out on-site chemical analysis. A very good example is Mars rover and Nanocode, a robotic rover of European Space Agency. Okay. ISRO has also developed a lunar rover. It's called Pragyan as a part of Chandrayaan 2. What does Pragyan mean? Pragya mean skill. Okay. Robotics for underwater exploration. Robots helped human in deep sea exploration, which is not possible by a man by himself. Deep drones are robotic instruments which can identify submerged ships as well as crashed aeroplanes. Example, RoboJelly is a jellyfish-shaped robot which helps in measuring the quality of seawater and can gauge the level of seawater pollution. Similarly, coral robots are a new type of robot specially designed to study coral reefs. Now let's look at robots in agriculture. They help in running tractors, sowing seeds, spraying fertilizers, pesticides. They also help in collecting milk from cattle and removing wool from the sheep. Robots in defense. Robotic soldiers is the next level of defense. You might have seen Rajnikant's movie Robo 1.0 or Robo 2.0. In that movie, there are huge robotic soldiers, if you see that. Even DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, started a project of designing robotic soldiers. At the first level, robotic soldiers can be assisted by human soldiers, and at the second level, only robotic armies will be deployed along the border. Developed countries like US are already using robotic drones for bombing enemies. Example, they have used these drones in Syria, robotic drones in Syria. Now let's look at robots in daily life. Robots used in daily life are called domestic robots. They carry out household activities like cleaning, gardening, assisting elderly people, engaging babies, cooking, etc. Now let's look at activities related to the development of robotics in India. In India, it's still in a beginning stage. Very few public and private organizations are involved in development of robotics and artificial intelligence in the country. The Central Machine Tools Institute, that is CMIT, Central Machine Tools Institute, and the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, IIT, and the Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore, IISc at Bangalore, and Hyderabad Science Society, HSS, and Bharat Electronics Limited at Hyderabad are involved in research and development of robotics. A joint venture of DRDO and robotics in Bangalore has developed Chaturabot, an intelligent robot with vision sensors, which can pick up any object in the visual field no matter how they are oriented. The next one is Achut. It is named after a Sanskrit word meaning which never falls. It is a name given to a series of humanoid droids developed by the Center of Robotics and Intelligence Systems by a team of undergraduates under the guidance of Dr. R.K. Mittal at the Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani. The name of the robot is it can be pronounced as Achut or Achyut. It is spelled as ACYUT. ACYUT, that's the robot name. Okay, DRDO has started research activities to develop robotic soldiers who can work in the beginning with human soldiers and later can completely guard the Indian borders alone. Imagine the robotic soldiers guarding our borders. We would not have this problem with the neighbor countries which we are facing at the moment. Miniature unmanned ground vehicle, that is mini UGV, Robo Sentry and autonomous guided vehicles have already been developed by DRDO, and recently a project has been taken up of multi-agent robotics system. DRDO has also planned to undertake projects for development of robotic products and technologies associated with robotics and artificial intelligence. In this regard, national challenge has been initiated to tap talent in robotics and AI among students, academia and entrepreneurs of the industry. DRDO has signed a number of contract agreements for research services with academia for developing technologies related to robotics and artificial intelligence. Okay, after that, let's see what is artificial intelligence and its importance. The theory and development of a computer system that are able to perform tasks normally attributed to humans like inquiry, visual perception, speaking, recognition, decision making, problem solving, translation of languages is called artificial intelligence. What is it? it's a theory and development of computer systems that are able to perform tasks which are normally performed by human beings, like a computer system performing a task like visual perception, speaking, recognition, problem solving, translation, and other functions. This is called artificial intelligence. The term artificial intelligence was first coined by John McCarthy. Today, many number of projects are being carried out to develop artificial intelligence based systems that can exactly work like humans. This branch is constantly growing and changing. To some extent, man has become successful in creating artificial intelligence systems which even defeated human beings. Example, if you remember, number one is Deep Blue, a AI based computer which defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov in 1997. Deep Blue is a computer which defeated Garry Kasparov. And then if the world Go competition. Go is a name of it's like chess. It's played in some parts of the world. The world's Go champion Lee Sedol of South Korea was defeated by Google based AI AlphaGo. Okay. Artificial intelligence is essentially a dual use technology which can fuel technology driven economic growth and has potential to provide military superiority. It is useful and helpful for economic growth and for military superiority as well. The major goals of artificial system are useful to create expert systems which exhibit intelligent behavior, explain and advise its users, and implement AI in machines. And by creating systems that understand, learn, and behave like human beings. So, AI for India. A study commissioned by Microsoft says digital transformation will add an estimate of $144 billion to our GDP by 2021. How much is going to add? 154 billion to our GDP. What is the worth of Jeff Bezos? How much did he earn this year? This year he earned around 54 billion. Check his net worth. By the year 2021, it is estimated that around 60% of the country's GDP is expected to be derived from digital products and services created through the use of technologies such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, cloud computing. So by 2021, 60% of our GDP is going to be from technology, that is AI, IoT, and cloud computing. A task force on AI for India's economic transformation was constituted on 24th August 2017. The task force gave its report on 19 January 2018. What did it report or recommend? It recommended an interministerial national artificial intelligence mission to act as a nodal agency for coordinating AI-related activities. These recommendations of the task force have been shared with various ministries and departments of the Government of India. So let's recap what we have discussed. We have started with robot and robotics. We've seen what is a robot. What is a robot? Which can be an automatic device that can perform functions normally ascribed to humans or a machine, which is reprogrammable, multifunctional, which is designed to perform certain functions. So first the word was given by a Czech writer Karel Čapek in Prague. And then what is robotics? It's a branch of technology that deals with design, construction, operation and application of robots is called robotics, or it is study of robots. It was first used, the word was used by Isaac Asimov, Asimov, in his short stories. And he gave us 4 laws. First, he initially gave 3 laws, after which he proposed Law 0. Law 0 says that a robot may not injure humanity. Law 1, a robot may not injure human beings through inaction and allow a human being to come to harm unless this would violate the higher order law. Law 2, robot must obey orders given by human beings. Law 3, robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with higher order law. Okay, types of robots, we have seen mobile robots, under which we have seen rolling robots, walking robots. Walking robots mimic what? Mimic insects. And then we have seen stationary robots. They don't move, they perform repetitive tasks. And after that, autonomous robots. There's self-supporting and self-contained robots. After that, we have seen virtual robots like Google search engine, Google Assistant, chatbots. And then beam robots, which are mostly built. Beam is biology, electronics, aesthetics, and mechanics. Mostly built by hobbyists and by beginners. After that, we have seen applications of robots and robotics in various spheres of human life. They're used in industries, mostly automobile industries, medicine. Nanorobots are used in medicine. And then we have spoken about Da Vinci surgical system, which helps in performing the surgery with ultra precision. And then we have seen robots in space. Examples we have discussed are Mars rover, Nanocode. ISRO has developed a lunar rover which is called Pragyan, part of Chandrayaan 2. And then we have seen robotics for underwater exploration. Example was we discussed about RoboJelly, which looks like a jellyfish, which helps in measuring the quality of seawater and gauge the level of seawater pollution as well. After that, robots in agriculture and then defense. We have seen DRDO has trying to build robotic soldiers which can be assisted by human beings, and in the second level they want to build robotic armies which can be deployed in the border. And the robots in daily life, they perform domestic tasks, etc. And then we have seen activities related to development of robotics in India. It's at initial stage in India, at the beginning stage. Very few public-private organizations are participating in this. The Central Machines Tools Institute, IIT Madras, IISc Bangalore, Hyderabad Science Society, Bharat Electronics Limited are involved in research and development of robotics. A joint venture between DRDO and Robotics Bangalore have developed a robot called Chatur Robot. It's an intelligent robot with vision sensors. What can it do? It can pick any object in the visual field, no matter how it is oriented or how it is put. And then we have discussed about Akyut, ACYUT, a robot which is named after a Sanskrit word which means which never falls. It looks like a humanoid robot. It represents it's a part of series of humanoid robot developed by Birla Institute of Technology, Pilani. DRDO has started research activities to develop robotic soldiers who can work in the beginning with humans and later completely guard the Indian borders. The Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, Bengaluru, R&D establishment for engineers, Pune, are prime laboratories for different research development organization. Okay, then we have seen miniature unmanned ground vehicle and RoboSentry, an autonomous guided vehicle, have already been developed by DRDO. What have been developed by DRDO? A miniature unmanned ground vehicle. That is a ground vehicle which can drive itself without human beings. And it is small, it's a miniature. And then we have next they have developed RoboSentry. Sentry, who is a sentry? Who guards the borders or entry. So they have developed RoboSentry and then autonomous guided vehicle, something like a self-driving car. These were developed by DRDO. Next, it's also planning to undertake projects for development of robotic products and technologies associated with robots. After that, we have seen artificial intelligence and its importance. The term artificial intelligence was first coined by John McCarthy. What is artificial intelligence? It is theory and development of computer systems. These systems are able to perform tasks which are normally performed by human beings. Like what are the tasks they perform? They perform inquiry, visual perception, speaking, recognition, decision making, problem solving, and translation of languages, etc. This is continuously growing. We are at a starting phase. If we discussed about two examples, one is Deep Blue, another is AlphaGo of Google, which has defeated Lee Seldorf in the Go game, and Deep Blue has defeated Gary Kasparov in chess. And AI is essential for economic growth as well as military support. And then we have discussed artificial intelligence for India. A study commissioned by Microsoft says digital transformation would add an estimated of $154 billion, that is $154 billion to our GDP by 2021. That is 60% of our country's GDP is expected to be derived from digital products such as AI, Internet of Things, and cloud computing. And a task force on artificial intelligence for India's economic transformation was constituted on 24th August 2007. The task force gave its report on 19th January 2018. It has recommended an interministerial national artificial intelligence mission. Interministerial National Artificial Intelligence Mission to act as a nodal agency for coordinating AI activities. Okay, with this we'll conclude our class today. Thank you for listening.